Well, it's a new day. It's the Sunday before Labor Day, so. And then, what the hell was it? I ordered this thing on Sunday? Monday, I think I ordered it on eBay, my eBay package. And lo and behold, we got our panel that was missing, the one that goes on the front of this cowling. And I had to get a little, remember we were missing that U-bolt here. So I got the U-bolt and the screw, and this is the little tab that we glassed on. Added onto it because it was broken off. So it's on and in rating, and this thing has come. and this side here was full of, where's the guy from? Wisconsin. And it was it was covered in dirt, about 1/8 of an inch thick. So I don't know why he paid the shipping for extra dirt, but it cleaned up nice. So, and it's not broken, and it fits. So it's supposedly for an '86, but they all fit that same year. So I got some extra screws to put that on. Well, let me show you something else that I did down here with a little piece. This is a cap, a 5/8 cap that we'd slide on the end of a pipe or something to hold it in place. But I'll show you what I repurposed it for down here. Normally, on this panel here, there is big lugs that go on to this end of this panel, but they were broken off, and I found them in the the box of stuff, the bag of stuff I had, and I couldn't figure out where in the hell they went. And then I was looking on the eBay thing where this guy was selling all these parts, and I saw it, they were attached to the end of here, and so I thought, well, do I need them or not? But I did undo these bolts, and they go underneath this part right here to bring it up. And also on the aft end here, I had some, you can't see me, on the back end of this panel, I reversed the order between it and the pylon pedal, because then that gave me more room for the side stand switch, which you can't see either. It gave me more room here to get my foot down on the side stand switch. But there wasn't any really good way to hold this down if this thing was broken off, this piece that was in behind here. So I scratched my ass and figured out what could I do. So I found these caps, and I bored them. Well, I tried drilling a hole in, but they're hard as rock. So I just took a punch and punched through them until I had the right size hole for a 6mm, and then put them in here. And so they hold this panel pretty good. So I'll show you what I'm doing on the other side, and what these do. You can see that this thing, because it's broken off, and it's the same, you can see the part right in here, which I put underneath of this part to raise it up, because it was pressed down too hard. I was having a hard time getting these things, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Well, those things act as a spacer to hold this up at the right height with the metal side panels. But there's nothing here to hold this, so now that I've got this trick, I can take out this bolt, and it's got a washer that's been pressed on at the factory, a shoulder washer, and it doesn't really want to come off. But in back here, there's another bolt. Where'd they go? That I can swap them out, because this one doesn't have the shoulder on it, and it'll fit right in there like that. Okay, now I can push this guy over, push this down. There. And that'll fit underneath the rubber mat and hold this in place. So now it's firmly in place, and so when I put on the panel in front here, I don't have to worry about breaking off any of those little tabs that I put in. So if they don't find you handsome. Well, I've put the bottom panel on. It's on permanent. And the panel in back, I'll do a reset up here on the back, but I had it on once, and then I went to put the back panel I showed you, the one I bought from eBay, but it wouldn't, there was no way I could get it in, so it had to go in first, and then I had to put this in. And I have to really say that when I put in that thimble down here, you know, to hold this bottom panel, that was a godsend. It would have been a nightmare to get this panel on with this one without having that fully tightened down there. So that was a great, you know, a good idea. The other problem I had was when I was putting on the bottom panel in here, those U-bolts or U-clips were on the nose part, and they were supposed to go on that plate that I got. I didn't realize that until I had gotten it on, and so then I had to shift them off the nose plate and put them on the back, because the screws go up in through the bottom plate into the U-bolts or the little U-nuts on that back plate there. So that's in. And what else have I got here? Let me set up. I'm doing something else on the headlight here. Before I get into the headlight there, I just wanted to show you that back panel I got back up in there. So it fits really well. And like I said, the screws come in from the outside in. So I got that in there. But this was the thing that I was ruminating about. It had that other little panel in here, but there was a little square part missing, and I kept dinging myself on this edge here, getting scratched. So I took it out, and I've got some work on it down here. So let me reset up in the tripod, and I'll show you what I've got there. So I've got it on my table workbench here, and I cut out a piece of wood. What I did was, where'd it go? I took some cardboard. I'm a firm believer in modeling, and you can make anything by just, you know, especially if you watched any of my boat building videos where I'm doing the interior paneling, seats and that kind of stuff. Instead of trying to measure and cut, I just take cardboard and cut it out and tape it around the perimeter to fit things. So you get used to making little models. You know, that's probably what, three different pieces of cardboard I cut out. And then I took a small section of plywood, I think it was like 2 mm plywood, and I took my knife and split it down the middle, so I just had one single layer of plywood. And so once I had this mold out, then I could turn it, you know, cut out the piece on the plywood and then set it in. So then I've used Gel Magic on the back and put a couple layers of glass on it and let that set. So now I'll go ahead and clean this up, and when I get done with it, I will, you know, buff this all out and put 2 layers, well, at least 1 layer of glass, probably 2 layers of glass on top of it. So let me clean it up and see how well this thing fits. And this little push pin was a real bugger to get out, but I found a way to fix that, and I broke a little edge, but I think when I put the glass on, the 2 layers of glass will cover that up. So, well, I've got that piece back in the scoot, and it came out fitting pretty good. I have to still put this clip in here. And see, it would go set like that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get slots in here or take a chance to make slots in there. I might take a chance, because then that holds it all together, makes it tight. so I can do that before I do that. So, and I have my 8-inch number 2 screwdriver, so now I can do the adjust the idle on this, and this is about the only part I really have left, and I can't for the life of me figure out where it came from. It's got dirt on it, so it might be down low in the engine, so I don't know if it was some kind of shield or something that goes down around the engine casing. I saw one for sale on eBay, but when I look through the parts book, I can't find it anywhere. So if anybody knows what this thing is and where it goes, give me a heads up in the comment section down below. So let me go back to working on my little piece I built here. Well, I got some elastic bungee, big long cord I had found, and I thought, what am I going to use that for? Well, I got it to hold everything in tight here. I wished I would have known there was that much of a gap in here. I would have added some more wood here. I don't know if I would do that now or not, but I got my marks in here for where I need to make my incisions. And I'll do that before I glass this top here. That way I'll have a layer of glass over to protect it too. So let me go ahead and drill those things out. Now that I've been looking at it, I finally figure out where this broken piece went. It went across here, and oops, wrong way. It went right there and fit like that. So then this would have fit, oops, this way, over the top like that. But I don't know where the rest of this is, and I don't think there would be any way possible I could get this thing to be strong on that again. So I've got this part in, and it, come on, click in there. There we go. Clicks in, and now I can put that in there. So now that we got that done, I'm going to go ahead and let me just get down steep enough. Yeah, now you can see that I've got that piece in here like that. So let me pull this off and sand everything down and put a couple layers of glass on top of it.